And this is what I feel that the Lord is telling me to say. And He gives me the permission, and that is why I'm saying it. Shalom, shalom. Good morning. This is around 4:50 to 5 a.m. Nigeria time. And I just finished my prayer. And while I was praying, the nation South Africa keep coming to me, and I began praying for South Africa, and the Lord began to help me understand some things. If you have been online for these past few days, you will know what is happening in South Africa. The situation where the South African people are demanding that every other African nation who are in South Africa should return back to their own places so that they can leave South Africa alone. I've read many comments. A lot of people have reacted, mixed emotions and all of those things. A lot of people are angry, others are sentimental, others are emotional, which is understandable. But that is not why I am here. I'm here because of what the Lord said to me. And I want us to know, and this is particularly to the believers and to intercessors, this is not just about another South Africa just saying something and then trying to create problem. But when you look beyond the surface, you look beyond who is talking, beyond what is going on in South Africa, you will know that the enemy, the devil, is planning something, an unrest around the nations of Africa, and is wanting to begin from South Africa. I know that we had a lot of things to say about it, sentiment and all of that, but beyond just what you are hearing and what is happening, what the enemy wants to do is the destructions of life and property. Because now other nations are saying, if South Africa begins to fight any African country, they'll begin to other African nations will begin to destroy South African businesses in that nation. Now this is what the enemy is planning. And some even went to say, why can't the South African fight the white people and all of that? Now I want you to know that the devil is systematic. I want you to know that the devil studies pattern, he studies behavior, he knows the weakness. Most times Satan tempts us or attacks us in the area of our weakness and the area of our obsession. Now this is what I mean by that. When the devil came to tempt Jesus, he did not tempt Jesus with women, he did not tempt Jesus with beer, he did not tempt Jesus with money or greed. What did Satan tempt Jesus with? It was what Jesus was obsessed about. Jesus was obsessed about his identity as the Son of God and as God. He was obsessed about that identity. As the devil saw an opportunity for that obsession, and he came to tell Jesus, if you are the Son of God. Another thing again that Jesus was obsessed about was his assignment. He came to liberate the world, and the devil said, I am going to give you the world if you bow down and worship me. Another thing that Jesus was obsessed about was the word of God. He is the word of God. And when the devil tempted him, the devil quoted the scriptures to him. You see, the devil tempted Jesus in the area of his obsession. Now, Satan knows the pattern of Africa. He knows that the African nation normally will not stand against the white, because the African nation has grown to see the white as supreme to them. And so Satan putting it in the heart of the South African to fight off the white in South Africa there will not work, because that is their weakness. They cannot do that. But over time in history, over and over again, we have seen where Africans are their own problem. A brother in Africa fighting another brother. Many of the things that happen in African nations, many of the killings that is going on in African nations, although the colonial masters were responsible, but they were not the one who picked the gun. They will come and create a division, a faction among the blacks. You now have a faction of this, a faction of that, and then they keep killing themselves. This has been the pattern of Africa, and this, what is happening in South Africa now, is no different from what the enemy wants to achieve. Wants to bring unrest, want to create tension, to destroy lives and property. So this is not time for us to be sentimental and emotional. It is time for us to switch from the physical to the spiritual realm. And that is why I'm calling on believers and intercessors to pray for South Africa, that the plans of the enemy to destroy lives and to destroy property in South Africa and around the African nations will not hold. Let's see beyond the physical and see what the enemy is doing. Jesus told the Pharisees, he says, look at you. You could detect whether, you could tell whether rain is going to fall or not. When you look at weather, you can talk about weather, but look at signs of the times happening around you, but you are blind to it. The same thing is happening to us. We can tell the things that is going on. You can tell the news that is happening. You can tell about the things that is even going on in Iran, but the spiritual clouds that are gathering around Africa, around you, you can't tell. Why? Because the enemy wants to blind your eyes from it. I tell you, there is a cloud gathering in South Africa, and this is not just anyhow cloud. This is about destructions of life and property. The enemy, the devil and his minions are working to destroy lives and property. It is not time for us to yield to them. So I'm calling on all intercessors, I'm calling on the believers to begin to pray for South Africa. And this is what I feel that the Lord is telling me to say, and he gives me the permission, and that is why I'm saying it. Let's arise and pray. Intercessors, arise and pray for South Africa. Let the plan of the enemy not work. God bless you. Shalom, shalom.